Pow! Welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. My name is, of course, Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today, our Marvel Legends reviews continue with this brand new Luke Cage 2-pack, obviously inspired by the Netflix series, just in time for season 2, which I've not seen yet. So let me know in the comments below how season 2 is holding up. Very much looking forward to watching that. This 2-pack includes Luke Cage and of course Claire Temple. If you are a fan of the Netflix shows, you're going to know who she is. She first appeared in Daredevil, and then she's in Jessica Jones, then she's in Luke Cage, then she's in Iron Fist, then she's in The Defenders. She is actually probably the only character that's appeared in every single Netflix show so far. She is basically the doctor to the superheroes unofficially. She seems to always find her way to them. And yeah, interesting choice for a 2-pack, but I'm not complaining about it. I do like getting brand new characters to add to my collection that I don't have, especially in the MCU world. Yes, I know the Netflix shows don't really relate to the MCU that much, but they are officially in there, so I'm very much happy to add this to the collection. This come out of nowhere. It's not even been officially announced by Hasbro yet. I think they're going to do that at San Diego Comic-Con, along with the Defenders box set that's recently been revealed. I'll throw up a picture somewhere. Again, I'm looking forward to that. You're going to get a brand new Danny Rand and a Colleen Wing that I need in my collection. And I also want that unmasked Matt Murdock head as well. So yeah, very interested to see what else gets revealed at San Diego Comic-Con, but I am not complaining about more Netflix figures. Looking forward to this 2-pack. I've got mine from Kapow Toys over here in the UK. I do believe it is on In-Demand Toys as well. It's starting to sneak out. In the US, I believe it's going to be a Walmart exclusive, so good luck finding that, but I believe it's probably going to be a little bit later in the year before it starts popping up there. But yeah, I've been rambling. Let's open it up. Accessories, nothing for Luke Cage, apart from his little watch, which I'm intrigued about. Claire Temple comes with her surgical gloves, which is a nice pack-in, and also that handbag that we've seen with Mary Jane and the Green Goblins. I really don't see the point of the handbag. But then she also comes with those weapons that you've seen her use maybe once in Iron Fist or Defenders, I can't really remember. But they're like Wolverine-esque. I'm not even sure if they were metal in the film, in the actual program. I thought they were wooden, but whatever. On the side, you can't see because the box is too big, but there's a picture of Claire Temple and Luke Cage. On the back is the promo art that we first seen get revealed. This is the first thing we've seen of this 2-pack when this promo art leaked out online. The bio reads, when Luke Cage meets Nurse Claire Temple, he discovers that even a bulletproof man sometimes needs someone to help keep him together, or keep it together. So yeah, I'm looking forward to opening this one. Let's get it open. Pow, and here they are out of the box, and I must say first impressions are very good. I really like the look of these figures. I think the proportions of Luke Cage are perfect, not too over the top. He does look like just a normal buff guy, and the skin tone's perfect for him as well. The jeans are actually sculpted. They're not just like skin tight jeans, which we usually see on some figures. I think there is some resemblance to Mike Coulter, but I'll zoom in and have a closer look at that as well. Sculpted watch is a separate piece, so that can be took off, which is a nice pack-in. He's got his boots and yeah, his iconic yellow t-shirt, which he does wear in the show. And then of course we have Claire Temple here. Again, I think there's resemblance to Rosario Dawson, I believe the actress's name is. I really like it. Yeah, I know it's such a simple figure, but there's not much more you can going to do with that unless you were going to give her in her scrubs. Maybe that would have been a nice touch to get Claire Temple as a nurse from working in the hospital or whatnot. But still, this is a nice touch in her street clothes. And of course, her accessories, which is the bag, the surgical gloves, and also her wannabe Wolverine hands. But I'll look at them separately when I look at the figure. Let's look at these one by one. And of course, let's start off by looking at Luke Cage himself. So there's a closer look at the Luke Cage head sculpt. What do you think? Do you think it looks like Mike Coulter, the actor? I think they've done a really good job. I do think the skin tone is very nice and very accurate to the actor. And I think it does look like Mike Coulter a little bit. My lighting's probably not great to show it off, but in person, it does look very, very nice. Only thing I don't like, on the back of the mine, I feel like I need to sand his head because it's got excess plastic on there. And there's like a bit of weird like chipping on the back of his head, which I guess is just a QC issue, but that's a little bit frustrating. But at least it's on the back of his head, so if I have him displayed, you can't tell. Again, I like that he's wearing the yellow. It's a little nod to the comics. He's got his watch there, which is apparently Let's find out. Yep, there it is. It's a removable watch. So if you wanted to give any of your Marvel Legends a watch, now you can. You can steal it from Luke Cage. But for now, it's Luke Cage's watch. If you want to know the time, ask this man. And yeah, the jeans are sculpted on. They're not like skin tight or anything like that. And I do think it is very, very nice figure for the Netflix sort of portrayal of Luke Cage. What we needed to go along with Jessica Jones and Daredevil last year. So very happy to have him now in the collection. So unfortunately, Luke doesn't come with any accessories. I'm not too sure what you could have give him. I've seen people online say a cloth hoodie with maybe some bullet holes in would have been good, but I'm sure some customizers out there will have a go at doing that. I would have liked to see some different head sculpts with some different facial expressions and then maybe some different hands so he wasn't always punching. But if you are going to have one set of hands for Luke Cage, then I'm assuming punching hands are the best. It's a new mold, as you can tell. Maybe there's some reuse in this, definitely for another Luke Cage at least, that's what we've already seen in the Comic-Con box set. But no, it's a nice mold and some decent articulation for such a chunky figure as well. The proportions are nice. So yeah, the arms go 90 degrees, probably this one a little bit more than the other for some reason. He's obviously got a cut there just above the elbow, double jointed elbows as always. You've got the hands swivel and then also on a joint, so up and down. He's got the ab crunch, which is really nice to be fair, so we can go forward and lean back like the Terror Squad. Ball joint, so the head can look up really good, look down really good. There's a swivel on the waist. T-joint, so we can do the splits quite well. There's a cut on the thigh, so his legs can go there. Double jointed knees, of course. Obviously, there is a joint on the ankle, and then of course ankle pivot as well. So really good articulation for a bigger figure. So when I get into some comparisons at the end of the video, we shall see how big he is actually compared to maybe Daredevil and Punisher from the Netflix series. But I think he's going to scale quite well. So let's take a look at Claire Temple. So there's a closer look at the head sculpt from Claire Temple. Do you think it looks like the actress Rosario Dawson? I think there are some resemblance, not perfect, but the resemblance is there. So I do quite like it. The hair sculpt, probably seen before with Marvel Legends. I can never keep up. I'm sure someone in the comments will tell me if we've seen that hair before. But I do think the hair sits quite nicely over the shoulders. She's got like a collared t-shirt on. So if I take the head off, you'll see that it's like a collared sort of blousey t-shirt, all black. And the jeans are more like jeggings, as in there's no sculpting on the legs. So we've seen this many times with female figures. She's wearing tights or jeggings or whatever, but you can see she's wearing some sort of pumps. So yeah, very, very, very simple, but does the job. So as I've already mentioned, Claire does come with some accessories. Of course, her handbag, the most important accessory, such an important accessory. Let's take her head off. Let's put her over the neck joint and an arm and rest it like that. And then let's put the head back on. And now she is rocking her handbag. What do you think? Do you reckon she can go down the catwalk on that? What do you think, people? What a beautiful handbag. But no, I quite like it, to be fair, because Claire Temple is sort of the Doctor to the superheroes unofficially. So now she can be posed on your shelf, ready to help out your wounded heroes, of course. And she will need her surgical gloves to do that. And that is exactly what we've got. We've got two sort of open hands, sort of similar to effects. The figures that we see that do effects with their hands. So I'm guessing maybe Polaris or someone has hands like this, but they're in a nice blue colour, which is obviously her surgical gloves. So let's see what she looks like with them. Again, such a simple thing, but it shows that the people making these figures obviously care a little bit, or at least watch the source material. And yeah, I do quite like them. So now she's got her surgical gloves on. So maybe some ACBA artists out there then get some figure with some red paint or something, and make a bit of blood splashed on the arm. That'll be good. So look forward to see what displays people come up with Claire Temple coming to the aid of someone's wounded heroes. She also comes with, of course, if she needs to defend herself, with her wannabe Wolverine claws. I don't know what these are officially called. I'm sure there is a technical name for these, but I will call them the wannabe Wolverine claws. And yeah, there you go. So they've got 4 on each. And they don't look bad, to be fair. I don't know how well you can see that. Let me zoom in and I'll show you, actually. Because they don't look too bad, to be fair. Let me just move the camera, do some live editing. Here we go. So yeah, the detail's not bad on them, is it, to be fair? You can see the actual knuckles there and the screws with them in. And yeah, it doesn't look bad with them at all. The head won't focus, but the weapons don't look bad, do they? So there you go, I think they look very good together, to be fair. I'm not going to do articulation for Claire because it's the same old story with female Marvel Legends. Not enough articulation and no double jointed elbows. But it'll be fine if you're just going to have her standing on the shelf like this. This guy has some impressive articulation for his size as well. So I'm very happy with the 2-pack. Always nice to add new characters to the collection. Especially, you know me, I've got a soft spot for all things MCU. And yeah, these are going to go nicely into collection. I usually do a segment called Who Is He or Who Is She? But I do feel it's necessary for these because the MCU changed so much from the comics, it just wouldn't really sit right. And of course, the source material is so accessible. Everyone can get Netflix. Go and ask a friend if you haven't got it yourself. I'm sure someone you know has Netflix. Go and watch the TV show. It is worth your time. I really enjoyed it. And I myself look forward to watching season 2 as I've yet to watch it. But let's get into some comparisons. Now, of course, the first comparison I had to do was Luke Cage versus Luke Cage. Now, this is the comic book version of Luke Cage from the Defenders box set that came out last summer, which is an Amazon exclusive. I do still think it's on Amazon if you want to get that. And yeah, I was very happy to have this as I never had a Luke Cage figure until that point. And now I have both an MCU version and a comic version. And I like them both for what they are. Obviously, the comic book version has to be a little bit different in proportion just for the way it's drawn. But this guy does have a much real world sort of look to him. And do you see what I mean about the jeans? As in these are sculpted and these are like skin tight leggings. But yeah, so you can see for yourself, the comic book Luke Cage is just a little bit taller and a little bit wider. When it comes to proportions. Now, this guy has a watch. This guy has some gauntlets. Let's see if the gauntlets fit. I think I've seen Bug Nice do this on his review, and I didn't even think of doing it myself. So obviously, shouts to him. But yeah, there you go. The gauntlets can go on Mr. Carl Lucas, and you do actually see a scene in the first season where he sort of has his sort of gauntlets on and his comic book sort of appearance with the tiara and stuff, and he takes the mick out of it. But still, it's nice that you can do that. Here he is compared to the comic book version of Jessica Jones, aka Jewel, again from that Defenders box set. But that's not the comparison you all want to see, is it? You want to see the actual MCU Jessica Jones. And there she is. So these two can go out and get some coffee together now. And these two look really good together. I like that. I think they scale quite well together as well, as Jessica Jones isn't too short, but she's obviously much shorter than Mike Coulter. But yeah, Kirsten Ritter, really like Jessica Jones. Season 2 wasn't as good as the first, but season 1 is up there with the best of Netflix shows, in my opinion. Would still really like to get a Kilgrave figure, but I doubt that's going to happen anytime soon. So yeah, you two can go and get some coffee together. That's not awkward, is it? Or is it? Here's Claire Temple compared to the other two female figures we have from the Netflix show so far, with Jessica Jones and of course Elektra Nachos. And she's probably the tallest out of all three of them. I'm not too sure if that's accurate to the show. I don't remember how tall they all are. But still, they look great together. That is the point I'm trying to make. Now, can we just take a moment to appreciate how good this looks? When I first started watching the Netflix shows, Daredevil in 2015, I did not expect to get 6-inch version figures for my collection, and look how good these figures are starting to look. Obviously, Punisher, Jessica Jones, Luke Cage, Claire Temple, Daredevil, and Elektra. Very exciting to get these figures. Obviously, we know we're getting a couple more as well. We're getting a Danny Rand and we're also getting a Colleen Wing. Who else would you like to see from the Netflix shows in Marvel Legends form? Me, myself, would love to see a Kingpin figure. I'd even take a Foggy Nelson because it's such an important part of Matt Murdock. And Matt Murdock in his sort of lawyer outfit, in his sort of civilian clothes, that would have been really good as well. So yeah, there's still more figures they can give us from the Netflix shows. So I look forward to what else they do decide to give us. So the future is looking really good. But yeah, this is its own little corner of the MCU, and I'm very happy to have it. Final thoughts are, I'm really happy to have this 2-pack. Again, 2 new characters, MCU verse, to add to the shelf. And yeah, you know me, anything MCU or Netflix, I'm going to buy regardless. But yeah, happy to add it to the collection. You let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, I do reply to most comments as I don't have that many subscribers, so I can reply to everyone. Love hearing your thoughts and opinions. What other characters from the Netflix world do you want to see in figure form? That is the one question I would like you to answer below. Much appreciated, people, as always. My name has been Dan W. Please, please, please hit that subscribe button, as much more Marvel Legends reviews to come. And until then, I shall see you on the next one.